morning. It's a great morning. We're getting ready to roll. We got the plastic laid. We're gonna have another planting in soon. Got to show the update on the other plants at some point. I'd be slacking on that, but show you guys all this plastic that we got laid, and then we got to roll this bad boy out and hook up the irrigation so that we could be ready to plant. For this is the melon section where we're gonna plant, and then we have another section for the watermelons, but I'm gonna show you guys the irrigation system for today, how we hook everything up. So let's get rolling. This is the lay flat that connects to the sorry, I got distracted there. This is the lay flat. This is the coupler we have, and it connects to the other lay flat, because when it's not long enough, gotta connect it so then we can have water all the way to the end of these rows. And that's one part of the process. We'll show you how to connect this real quick.
Okay. More. Oh, more, yes. Okay, let it go, yes. Let it go.
We stretch this part out of the lay flat because we want to stretch the lay flat so it's tighter. When it's looser, the lay flat can move all along the way when it has water in it, and it'll basically go all crazy. So that's why we tie it down at the end over here, and we stretch it so there's not a lot of kinks in it up and down, because if so, the water will kink downward when it was like in the middle of these furrows. So that's why we stretch it out. And now we have to find the drip on both sides, connect them to the lay flat. Holding on the other side. There it is.
You the video photographer today or what?
Yep, and you're in it.
Why don't you go record that guy over there? I'm gonna sue you guys.
We are into field 2 and gotta do the same thing. These are the watermelon rows we have. Not as many rows as you can see. It doesn't look like that many, at least compared to the other one. This one's gonna be 16 rows if I am not mistaken, and the other one's 26 rows for the melons. Gotta do the same process for finding the drip, then plug in the holes, which I'll show you that. All right, here's the little hole, and then this is the valve, and all I gotta do is connect it to this. Let's try and see if I can set this up. All right, now I'm about to struggle because this isn't exactly the easiest to push this in. It's too loose. It'll just start leaking once the water gets going. Oh, I did that one easier than I expected. So, all right. Okay, let's go here. Oof, I don't know about that. Don't want the emitters to show because then it's going to be leaking outside of it, which I gotta feel how far this goes. Alright, we're gonna cut it right behind the emitter. I don't know if you guys can see that, which this is the emitter, little thing right there. That's what lets the water out of the drip. Then I gotta open it and connect the valve that's connected to the lay flat. So this is where all the water comes from. Just push it in and then tighten up the nozzle.
Doing a tutorial?
Yes, I'm doing a tutorial. Why not? Ta-da! Pro status out here. I do need to take some classes. I'm not the greatest at this. Alrighty, we got this done right here, which is stretching the lay flat out. Connected all the hoses like I showed on the one. They're all connected. Now all we gotta do is close up the ends, but that's once we get the water running to make sure that the water's actually flowing all the way through the drip and that there isn't no kinks or leaks, which we'll see the leaks because then they'll start, you know, spraying out from the side and the side will all get wet on the bed. Other than that, I'm gonna show you guys that part, and then for the fun part, I'm gonna walk around the ranch and I'm gonna show you guys the update on all the plants. They're looking nice in some spots, not so nice in other spots. Like anything else, every other season it's always gonna be the same old, but I'm gonna show you guys an update on how they're looking. I'm down here at the end of the rows right now, about to plug up any that have the water coming out at the end, just so obviously we know that this one has water all the way through. So now that I know that, I can close it up. Which what we do, we fold them up and then we use just a little extra piece and cover it up. Then it stops leaking. And then once all of them get water at the end, then we know we're good to go. And this one's starting to drip a little bit, but just gotta wait for there's enough pressure built up throughout the rows so then we can finally close all of them up. And hopefully there's no big leaks where the water can't reach the end, but hopefully, you know, bearing all circumstances, you know, that we'll get this done fairly quick and then I can start showing you guys the rest of the field. It is the next day. Wasn't anticipating yesterday to take so long. We had a bunch of leaks, a bunch of problems with the irrigation, mostly just the leaks that we had to fix. We didn't get done till like 4 o'clock ish, so ended up not recording anymore. So today we started planting. We did all the watermelon planting today already, and for tomorrow the plan is to put in all the melons. But other than that, now it's time to go show you guys the fun part, which this right here are the watermelons as well, different planting of course. I believe these are the second planting. I am all mixed up with where everything's at right now, but I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, this is the second planting. And look how nice these watermelons are already getting. This must be a black watermelon because it's on the darker green side. Nice size watermelons, and our first planting has even bigger ones. But the plants look good. We have a few dead ones here and there from gophers, squirrels. Sometimes they just simply die. And then right over here, walk right down here, is another planting of watermelons that we have, which these are, I'm trying to think, our third or fourth. I can't remember right now if our third's here or fourth's here. But clearly smaller. This is the different planting compared to these ones all right here. You can see a lot fuller, darker green compared to the lighter green, smaller. That's why the different plantings, I don't even know if these have any. You're not gonna really see any of the melons at all on the small side. Oh, here's one. This is what the little guys look like. Little guys. And then, so that's just the watermelons. Now I get to go show you guys the melons. Here we are at the latest planting of melons that we have. The next batch that we're putting in is tomorrow, of course, and I'll show you guys that when I get back to where they're at, stored on the trailer right now. But these guys are getting their flowers, which is good. You know, they're at a good stage right now. They all look very good. This field, we actually, when we were laying our plastic, we had a big problem with the amount of gophers in this field. but luckily we've been able to control them as best as possible because we've had very minimal damage on our plant so far, which is a good thing. So we've been able to control them good. Now I'm coming up on our first planting of watermelons. That's where they are. Okay, you know, sometimes I lose track because we plant them in different spots every year, of course, alternating the fields. So this is where our first planting of watermelons, which these I believe are the smaller personal size watermelons that are right there. And then let's see, I know there's some big watermelons in here. Let me walk in for you guys to zoom this up, speed up my walk-in so we could get to the good stuff. Look at that. Those are looking good. We got these, they kind of blend in. Yeah, now this is getting closer. Watermelons look really good. It's making me thirsty out here. Our weather has been touching 90s now, so really good growing melon and watermelon weather. Great. Hopefully, you know, the plants, no diseases or anything like that. Keep them, you know, pumping with water. The sun, the heat keeps coming, and we'll be good to go. We'll be in season in no time, hopefully. Then I'll get to go show you guys the markets. Looking to hopefully maybe do a market or two new ones this new season, or this coming up season, I guess you could say. We got some cucumbers right here. They got little guys on them. Some missing plants right there from the gopher eating them, but this one's kind of on the overripe side. They're supposed to be on the skinnier side than this. This has been waiting too long because we're just letting them sit until they actually start producing more. Then here's some melons, which these are technically, I believe, a part of our first planting. No, part of our second planting. These are our second planting of melons right here. Which these have all their little melons on them. Looking good. Plants looking really nice. You can see the new growth on them, which the new growth is the lighter green of the plant, where the darker green is like the plant that's already been established, that's been there for longer. But our plantings have been quite the mess this season because of the beginning with the water damage that we've had from the rain. And frost didn't hit us, it was just more so the damage from the water, the flooding and stuff. I keep you guys showing what's going on here though. Got to get some drone clips in here to show you guys how nice the fields are looking. We have this whole area from there all the way down to where I pretty much started from, and we're gonna put more melons right next to that. So this whole field right here is gonna be filled with melons and watermelons, and in the very beginning peppers, which I'll get to those once I get there. We're finally coming up on the first planting, technically our second planting. So this is a good time to take away from second planting. I'm saying second planting because it technically is our second planting, but our first planting died, so we kind of told the nursery to if they could hurry up the plant so we could actually put them in the ground. And once we put them in the ground, hoping that they can catch up with whatever first plantings are left, which right here have some damage. It looks like they're dying from who knows what right now. Not too sure yet, but these are all the different varieties. So first, second, whatever the planting, this is technically our first now. Our second planting became our first. That's how I should say it. But the plants are looking really nice, big. They still got some time on them because the plants still need to, the melons still need to net up. They're looking really good though. Got some bees over here for pollination. Everything's looking good so far. Can't complain. Cannot complain. It's a good day. It's getting warm. It's great for the plants and the melons. Got some watermelons right here, which we started right here, then we went over there for the first planting because once again the flood of the water that we got, not the flood, but the decent amount of water that flooded over there, I should say. Now here is the peppers, which those look on the sadder side right there, that last row right there. But these guys got some peppers on them. This is a different variety of the peppers. They got some okay sized ones. Looking good. Looking good. Overall pleased with our planting so far. You know, this is, I'm gonna head over to where the real damage is at. Our first planting, like I said, water hit us. And I'm gonna show you guys what we gave up on one side of them because there was so little of the plants left. We just turned the water off. It's a waste of water and basically just our time to try and take care of the little plants that survived on the side. So we just basically gave up on whatever plants were on the one side of the lay flat, gave up on, and the other side, which is a little piece, had some plants, and that's the side that has, you know, they look good. Only if the whole field looked like that, it would be great. Right now, walking by the asparagus that we have. Here is the first planting, that with the little piece that we do have that's still alive. Plants are, you know, not the biggest, so that's not the greatest thing, but you can tell these ends have been chewed off by squirrels, jackrabbits. A lot of squirrel and jackrabbit damage, and then this is the big piece that we gave up on, unfortunately. And then we pretty much have the corn that's coming back from the previous year growing all back because we didn't harvest it, so the corn re-germed. But unfortunately we had to give up on this side because not many plants on this side. Whatever were surviving, they were getting eaten very bad by the jackrabbits and squirrels, so we figured we're gonna maintain the ones closer to our barn. It's easier to control the jackrabbits and squirrels that are eating them than over there that's farther, because we're not over there as often. It's easier to kind of, you know, scare them away when there's activity over by our barn. Here's the plants that we're going to be planting tomorrow. Gotta water them, make sure they stay fresh, alive, looking good. Sister's in charge of watering them. Uncle over there waving. And this is a little piece of watermelons that are pollinators. We unfortunately did not get to them, which we always have extra pollinators just to make sure that we can pollinate all the ones that need to be pollinated. So we always have a few extra just in case. Rather have more of those than not enough. So those we'll probably just send back to the nursery so they can sell them or whatever they're going to do with them, because we do not have a spot for them. Other than that, this is the end of the video. It is lunchtime. That's my favorite part of the day. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff. See you guys next time.